Good morning children, a warm welcome to all of you. In our previous class in National Vegetation Wildlife, we have discussed three concepts. What are those? Uses of forests. How the forest helpful to the human beings and not only for us and for all the animals also. Okay, and how they moderate the weather, climate, etc. we have learned. And we also have discussed about the ecosystem. What's an ecosystem, children? The interrelation between the animals and plant life in an area, physically. In physical environment, children, how the animals and plants, they interrelate and they interdependent each other. That's called ecosystem. Then what is a biome? Biome is nothing but a very large ecosystem is called a biome with distinct vegetation and wildlife. That's called a biome. So these three concepts we have discussed in the previous class. In today's class, children, at the end of this class, you will be able to learn about the types of vegetation. Children, we have discussed that there are 5 types of vegetation. Those are tropical evergreen, tropical deciduous, thorn forests and shrubs, mountain forests and mangrove forests. But we will not discuss mangrove and mountain forest today. We will discuss these 3 forests. Now let's go to the tropical evergreen forest, children. Tropical evergreen forest. See, the name itself says that they remain evergreen throughout the year. You know why? They receive heavy rainfall, children, which is more than 200 centimeters of rainfall. Okay? So, and the areas which are having the heaviest rainfall regions of Western Ghats, islands, it means the Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman Nicobar Islands, Assam, upper parts of the Assam, children, and Tamil Nadu coast regions, children. These 4 places, they receive more amount of rainfall. That's why you can find these kind of forests in these areas. Okay? And then here, the tropical evergreen trees, children, they'll be up to a height of 60 meters above the sea level. That much amount of height. Sometimes the trees, they'll be more than this height also. They'll be above 60 meters height. Next, trees, I told you, trees remain evergreen throughout the year. There is no dry season, children. That's why they'll not shed their leaves. And now, these kind of forests, children, they provide luxuriant vegetation. It means what? Very costly, commercially what, children? Very valuable vegetation you can find here. For example, ebony, mahogany, rosewood, rubber, cinchona. So all these are hardwood trees. So they are pest resistant, children. That's why they are commercially important trees. Okay. So those luxuriant trees you can find in the evergreen forest. Next one, region. This region, tropical evergreen region. This region always remain warm and wet because the thick canopy of the trees will prevent the sunlight to fall on the ground. That's why by evening it rains, so that rainfall makes the land always wet. And the daytime it's very hot, this water from the ground may evaporate. So makes that region so warm and wet. Children, in the tropical evergreen forest, you can find some common animals. What are those? Elephants, monkeys, lemur, deers. These are the animals who can withstand lot of warm and wet climate. And there is one unique animal, children, which will be only sustained in this kind of environment. You know where? You know what? That is one-horned rhinoceros. What's that? One-horned rhinoceros. So this kind of animals especially available in 2 states, that is West Bengal and Assam. In which states, children? Assam and West Bengal. And the remaining animals can be found anywhere which we discussed in the states, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, etc. Next, you can also find a large variety of plenty of birds, children, even bats, sloths, scorpions and snails, many more animals in that areas. Now comes to deciduous forest, children. They are called tropical deciduous forests. So they lie in tropical region, but the forests are deciduous. It means they shed their leaves. Why they shed their leaves? Let us discuss. So these are the deciduous forests, children, which may widespread in the most of the areas of India. So it means they are also called as monsoon forests because they grow only basing on the rainfall which is received by the monsoons. That's why they are also called as monsoon forests. Okay, they receive a rainfall of about 200 to 70 centimeters of rainfall. The areas where they receive rainfall between 200 centimeters and 70 centimeters. So in these areas only you can find this kind of forest. Okay, so these trees shed their leaves. You know why? How many months they shed their leaves, children? 6 weeks. 6 weeks in the sense 2 months. Okay, most probably 1.5 months to 2 months they shed their leaves, children. Where in dry summer, before spring season, no, the trees will shed their leaves and they start blooming the new leaves. Okay, that's called shedding of the leaves in dry summer. Next, on the basis of availability of water. For example, some areas they receive 200 to 100 centimeters of rainfall. In some areas they receive just only 100 to 70 only. So basing on the amount of rainfall they receive, these deciduous forests only are further classified into two types. Those are moist deciduous and dry deciduous. What are those? Moist deciduous forests and dry deciduous forests. Now, in the tropical deciduous forest, children, the first part, that is moist deciduous, we are discussing now. As I told you that moist deciduous forests will be appear or seen in the areas where they receive 200 to 100 centimeters of rainfall. Okay. So these kind of forests are available or seen in the northeastern parts of the India and Orissa, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and eastern slopes of Western Ghats, foothills of Himalayas, etc. Okay. In that regions you can find this moist deciduous forest. And what kind of vegetation you can see here, what kind of trees you can find this moist deciduous forest? Those are teak. Teak is the most prominent vegetation, children. This is the most prominent vegetation in this moist deciduous forest. Okay, and you can also find bamboo, sal, shisham, sandalwood, kale, kusum, arjun, mulberry, etc. So all these vegetation are part of moist deciduous. Now comes to dry deciduous, children. As you all know that the dry deciduous forest will be seen in the areas where they receive 100 to 70 centimeters of rainfall. Okay, in such areas you can find this kind of dry deciduous forest. So we can also call that these forests are also called as rainirier deciduous. It means what? In rainirier parts. What's the meaning of rainirier? It means the areas which receives less amount of rainfall, moderate to less. So those are called rainirier parts. In that parts, children, you can find this kind of forest. So where you can find, see here, plains of Bihar, UP, etc. Okay, so most of these plains of Bihar and UP, children, these forests has been cleared. They have been cleared because to provide a land for agriculture, and maximum of the forests, they were grazed by the animals. That's why now these forests are not seen that much seen commonly in those areas. And what are the common vegetation in this areas, children? Teak, sal, peepal, neem. These are the four important trees which can be seen in the dry deciduous forest. Okay. Then now let's come to the common animals. What kind of animals you can see here? Lion, tiger, pig, deer, elephant. These are the animals which you can see commonly in this area. And you can also find a huge variety of birds, children. Along with the birds, lizards, snakes and tortoise also you can see here.